Now, we need more people like that in our society today.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
So, Guy, you've been almost around the world now. The only thing we haven't done is touched on Canada at all. I know that Canada's dollar is faring a little bit better than the U.S. dollar now, and it's a little bit safer, according to you, right, Bob?
I think it is because the Canadians as a whole are not aggressive warrior types like Americans have been in the past. They seem to have lost their punch, unlike the Aussies and the South Africans. But Canada's a very expensive country to live in. I've lived there, incidentally. And you have the dichotomous nature of the French versus the English, and it's always a sticking point. For free trade and globalization have hurt Canada, particularly in Quebec and Ontario. They, to a great extent, still think of themselves as British Canadians, and still, generally speaking, have reverence for the Queen. But the country has done well. They're the largest exporter of oil to the United States, probably gas for that matter too, and they get a lot of natural resources, and so they're blessed with that. And I think the Canadian dollar, along with the Australian dollar and the Swiss franc and the Norwegian kroner, are the strongest currencies in the world, the best managed economies for the most part, and were I to have to be in a currency, I would be in those currencies. Right. I would rather be in gold and silver, and because I think that's more propitious under the circumstances.
So the Norwegian kroner also. What makes Norway such a strong monetary versus the rest of the world?
OIL.
That's right. North Sea oil.
That's right. And they've managed their money pretty well. Nobody's perfect, and so they're going to continue to do okay. If they didn't have the oil, they'd have serious problems. Mm-hmm. But they do have oil, and $75, $80 oil is enough to make everybody happy, right? And rightfully so. I mean, if you pay more for Coca-Cola and water and beer and whiskey and all these other things, why can't you pay more for oil?
Right.
I mean, it's a non-renewable source as far as we know. Mm-hmm. And so once it's gone, it's gone. I mean, look at Iran. In 15 years, they'll be out of oil. They want to build a nuclear reactor, and our government in Israel are using it as an excuse to exterminate them. And I have no feeling on either side. I try to get in the middle and be objective and right. Get balance to everything.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Well, Iran is developing their nuclear power with the Russian state is the last thing I've heard about it. And the Russians are the ones supplying them with nuclear power technology and the facilities. And I think maybe the United States is not happy that they're not getting a piece of that action because it is a lot of money at stake there. So anyway, we have a few minutes left, Bob. Why don't you give out your information? We always tell people about the International Forecaster, but let's hear it from you.
Well, the Forecaster is about business, finance, economic, social, and political issues all over the world. We publish on Wednesday and Saturday, and we put out about 40 pages each time. For those who are not on the Internet, they can get a copy as well. We have a hard copy that goes out twice a month. And if you'd like to get a free introductory copy, you can go to our site, and that address is theinternationalforecaster.com, theinternational, FORECASTER.com. you can email us, and we answer everybody's questions. The email address is bob@intforecaster.com. bob@intforecaster.com, or you can call toll-free 800-375-4188. That's 800-375-4188.
Great. Any last words of wisdom here for the month we're coming up on?
Well, be long gold and silver. It's a great opportunity to do some buying. They just came down a bit. Be sure you get your defenses up by having dehydrated and freeze-dried foods at home, a water filter, something to defend your family.
Definitely.
And if you get money left over, you can get gold and silver-related assets.
Right.
Great. Thanks for coming on the show again, Bob. You're a great wealth of information. I'd love to talk to you for hours, but I know you talk all day long, and you're probably a real tired guy right now.
Well, I thank you, and I thank everybody for listening, and do what you have to do if you want your country to survive.
Yep. Thank you for coming on. It's always a pleasure having you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Good
Thanks,
night.
Bob.